Hey, what is going on, everybody? Oh my goodness. Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's Batman Beyond episode is Speak No Evil. So it starts off Terry, Howie, Dana, and Max are going to go to the library for reasons. Literally, the only way they say it, because Howie's like, guys, we have literally access to every book on the net possible. Why do we need to go to the library? And Dan's like, oh, isn't the feel of a book just the best? And it's like, yeah, it is, but if that's your only argument, come on, Howie's got you. But then they hear a scream off in the distance, and Terry's like, I think I heard a scream. And Howie's just like, screw it, let the police handle it. And then Max, being the OG that she is, she's just like, I'm actually really hungry. Why don't you go grab me a burger, Howie? And Howie's like, what the hell? We just ate. And Max is like, well, I'm hungry, and I always let you have my sodas at lunch, so fuck you. And Terry's like, Max, no need, no need. I'll go get it for you. So he sneaks off, and it turns out there's a gorilla running amok downtown. And Terry, he tries to capture it, but this gorilla, it seems to be a lot more smarter than the average gorilla. Like, it's dodging his attacks appropriately. He's getting on like a high speed railing and getting off right before when the police are about to um, like ambush it. Like, this gorilla knows what's up. So it escapes Batman. Excuse me. And some zoologists, they show up and they're chasing him. The gorilla, that is, whose name is Fingers because one of the zoologist kids named him. Which, how the fuck do you come up with that name? Like, you would expect something like Obo or Bananas or something like that, but to name a gorilla Fingers, that's a weird choice. Also, real quick before I forget, it bugged the absolute shit out of me. So the gorilla is always, it has a voice, like the sound effect is made using a bear or like a tiger. They never once use a fucking gorilla sound for the gorilla. And later in the episode, when there's like baby gorillas, they don't do that. They use like sounds from like a macaque or a capuchin, like a smaller monkey. Like, both times, not a fucking gorilla. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, was it hard in the fucking like late 1990s to use a gorilla sound? It was jarring. It was absolutely jarring to hear a gorilla make like a lion or a tiger sound. It's just like, no, no, that's not what they sound like. Did do people think that's what they sound like, or are we just getting away with that? I mean, granted, it was several years ago, but holy shit. Anyway, so that bugged the hell out of me. Um, but the zoologist, they explained that he recently broke out and sorry, God Almighty. So anyway, Terry, he's got a bad feeling about this whole thing because he's like, this gorilla is way fucking smarter than it should be. So he goes to explore the laboratory where the zoologists were at, and turns out they did experimentation on him, and he finds a chemical that is used as the chemical in splicing, like when a human wants like bat wings or sorry, I'm gonna be half the episodes of review, half the episodes me fucking yawning. Um, but it's like the chemical for splicing, so you can give yourself gills or you can give yourself different color eyes and whatnot. So they decided to splice the gorilla with human DNA. So now he has more heightened intelligence, and you see him. It then cuts to the gorilla. He's like looking at a park television, which I don't even know why that's a thing. Like, it's just some guy waiting at a stop sign or like a bus. Oh my god. Oh crap. Oh my god. I can't help myself. He's sitting at a bus stop watching the TV, and out pops this like conservationalist who is saying how conserving wildlife is so important. and his name's like Mandile, and you hear the gorilla speak the name Mandile, and it's just like, oh shit, he is that kind of smart. Um, so eventually, he's been hiding out and about the last couple of days, but then he makes an appearance in like, I guess the Neo Gotham version of Main Street or whatever, just a really populated area. He essentially did that to get Batman's attention. So him and Batman, they have a bit of a scuffle, and then the gorilla fingers, he like reveals himself. He's like, all you humans are the same. I just want to find Mandile and find out where the hell my mother is. So fuck, oh my god, this is fucking annoying. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. um so Mandile explains when he was a young gorilla, Mandile once kidnapped his mother and himself and his two siblings, when he was like out in Africa. So he's now on a mission with his like heightened intelligence to find out where the hell she is. So Batman's like, listen, you can't even take 5 fucking steps without drawing attention to yourself. So why don't you like let me take care of Mandile, and I'll be able to help you out. And then the Fingers is like, okay, fine, I'll give you till dawn. And Terry's like, Jesus Christ, fucking countdown much? He's like, all right, I'm on my way. So he goes to Mandile's animal sanctuary where he finds a man doing something with a baby gorilla. Well, it turns out he was taking out a radio tracking chip, which ensured that that gorilla would be protected. So he's purposely going out of his way, Mandile is, to like hunt down protected animals. So Terry, he gets that information and he tells Bruce to tell the cops about that. But then Mandile, he has like this like cybernetic glass eye thing, and he uses it to see an invisible Terry. So he shoots him with a shotgun, which knocks him out. And then him and his buddies, they put him in a lion's den to get fucking eaten by lions. Where, when at this time, Fingers, he just kind of got impatient waiting and just decided to take care of Mandile himself. So he takes a cab there, and it's funny, the cab driver thinks he's in costume, even though the people of Gotham know there's a wild. There's a wild gorilla out, so, I wouldn't take the risk of picking up some kind of gorilla suit. I would, if I was that cab driver, I'd be like, there's always another person in need of a cab. He can walk. So the gorilla, he gets there, and he pops into the lion exhibit right before Batman's about to get eaten by the lions, and he like tosses to the side and knocks him out. And then Batman, he knocks out all the thugs and whatnot until it's just Mandile left and him and the gorilla. And Commissioner Gordon, she shows up, and she and her friends are like, all right, you're under arrest. And Mandile, he's about to shoot Terry when, or maybe the gorilla, he's about to shoot one of them when like the gun is lifted up, and he shoots this light, and then the light causes some uh, debris to fall down. So he uses that as a way to escape to the tank. So Batman catches up to him, but he gets shocked by his Mandile's gun. And then Fingers, he comes in, and he's like strangling the guy about to kill him. And Batman, he pretty much like guilt trips, and he's like, yeah, go ahead, just react like how any human would. You're no longer a gorilla. And that stops him. So Mandile's arrested, and then it ends on kind of a bittersweet note. So they take him back, like Bruce and Terry take him back to his original spot in Africa. He couldn't find his mom. Like he was talking to Manda. Like Fingers was like rough handling Mandile. He's like, "Where the hell's my mother?" And Mandile's like, "Listen, to me, she was just like another object to be sold. Like, I didn't keep track of records. I just sold them. So I don't know what you want from me." So he gets back to Africa alone, no mother, no siblings, and Bruce is about to inject him into something that will like take away his human intelligence. And he's like, "No, no, I want this intelligence because there's always going to be poachers, and I want to be here to protect these animals. Which I'm like, damn, what a fucking G. So Terry, he asks Bruce, he's like, hey, you sure you want to do this? I mean, he kind of knows who we are now. And Bruce is like, yeah, but he's more like a kindred spirit. I just have good vibes with him. And then the episode ends. So you're just like, damn, he didn't really get a happy ending. He just got an ending. I mean, granted, he's super smart, and I'm sure he'll do plenty good in the jungle, but damn, I really wanted him to get with his mother and siblings again, but oh well. But yeah, other than that, really good episode. Rating wise, I'm probably knocking off 3 to 1 because it definitely wasn't average or below. Um, so I'm between 4 to 7. It's definitely above average, so I'll nix 4. It wasn't anything spectacular, so I'm nixing 7. So I'm between a 5 and a 6. And oh, the reason why he just shows up, like he literally just um Terry even points it out. He's like, "What? You weren't gonna wait till dawn when he's getting saved from the lion pen?" And it's just like you could have had a simple line of like, "Oh, I can't wait any longer," or something like that. So it was literally just him, just being there because the plot demanded it. So that kind of thing always makes me a little mad, but I'll kind of let it slide. So I think I'll give it a 5. So yeah, 5 out of 7, a little above average. Good episode. Bye bye.